everybody, it's Camille Martin with Love to Lose, where I teach you how to love your life and lose the weight. In today's video, I want to talk about your to-do list. What is on your to-do list today? If you looked at my to-do list, you will see things like buy more toilet paper, take the dogs to the vet, call your mom, things like that. Things that I don't want to forget to do, things that I have to do or need to do. Sorry, Mom, I don't have to call you. I don't need to call you. I want to call you, but you get the picture. The problem with our to-do list is that we are putting things on the to-do list that have to do with our health. In other words, we're reminding ourselves to drink 8 glasses of water, or to work out, or to take 10,000 steps, or to eat healthy. And the reason why this is a problem is that health should be something that you feel, that inspires you, that makes you feel good, that is a part of your natural daily life. When you put your health on your to-do list, when you make things that you have to do or need to do or that you should do or you don't want to forget to do, you are adding resistance into the mix. You're not looking at these things as if they are joyful or pleasurable or that make you happy or make you feel good. So in today's video, I want to teach you 8 steps that will help you take your health to-do list and make those things an effortless, natural part of your life. Before we get to the 8 tips, let's talk a little bit about why adding resistance into the equation backfires. So when you write things down on a to-do list, like I need to work out, tomorrow I'm gonna work out for 30 minutes. I'm gonna go on a 30-minute run. You have subconsciously implanted a seed that you're gonna sleep on. You're gonna spend the night sleeping, dreaming, knowing that there's something that you have to do tomorrow. You have to go work out for 30 minutes. So you've already created resistance subconsciously in your mind just by putting it on your to-do list. So what happens when we do this is that we add that resistance. We need willpower to overcome it, and then we run out of willpower, and then we don't follow through, and then we fail, and then we just keep spiraling, and it's a negative downward spiral. So creating habits and writing them down sounds like a great thing, but what we're really doing is we're making these habits things that we have to do or that we should do or that we need to do, not things that we want to do. So as a result, we never really get to see what it feels like to actually feel really, really good by working out for 30 days straight. How good would you feel? It's undeniable that you would feel amazing and that you would take that feeling and then it would keep spiraling up. You would want to work out. You wouldn't be able to stop yourself from working out. You wouldn't have to put it on your to-do list. So now let's talk about these 8 tips that you can put into place to help make your health habits something that you can't live without doing. Tip number 1 is to have a contrast. So whatever habit that you're trying to establish, I want you to do the opposite of that habit. But here's the key. I want you to do it purposely and to not feel guilty about it. So for example, if you're trying to establish a workout routine, I want you to go for a few days without working out. And you might say, I know what that feels like. I never work out. Well, this is different. I want you to not work out so that you can actually gather data, intel, if you will, on exactly how do you feel when you're not working out. How does the rest of your day go? Do you notice how sluggish you feel or how not very sharp or focused that you are? Do you notice that you're even more tired in the afternoon? These are things, this is information that you can use to help you make decisions in the future. But the problem is we don't get all this information because we're so busy feeling guilty and like lazy losers that we don't do the habits that we're trying to adopt. Tip number 2 is to set up the scaffolding. And what I mean by this is get your environment set up to help it make it easy for you to do this habit. We are so actually painfully set up for failure just based on what is around us in our current environment. I could probably come into your house and look around and go, my God, no wonder you don't eat healthy. Your kitchen is not organized. You don't have the tools that you need. No wonder you don't have a good workout routine. You don't even have workout clothes and you don't lay them out. These little tiny decisions that we make, these things to set up our environment for success are super, super powerful. So make sure that you set your environment up for success so that it's easy for you to engage in the habit. Tip number 3 is to commit to 1 week of engagement. That's just 5 days, not 7. Monday through Friday, Commit to engaging in your habit. And now here's the thing about this. You don't have to do these big sweeping changes. Just take one habit that you want to adopt, say it's working out, and I just want you to do 10 minutes every single day, just so you can get the feeling of what it's like to be consistent with this habit. And so you can start noticing how good you do feel. Part of the problem with establishing habits is that we do go all or nothing, and we try to set these huge habits and these huge goals, and they're overwhelming, and then we don't stick with it, but for 1 or 2 days, and then we fall off the wagon and we fail. However, here's a little caveat for you. If you feel up for it, I would suggest that on one of those 5 days, you do go way all or nothing with whatever it is you're trying to do. If you're trying to eat healthy, take one day and juice, make green juice, eat raw fruits and vegetables all day. Give yourself a reward at the end of the day if you're going to do this, to have something to look forward to. But that really will give you a great contrast, just like you did with tip number 1, the contrast of the anti-habit, and then you can get the full effect of what it's like to really get into it and do that one healthy habit for just one day. But the point is to actually commit for 1 week, 5 days of doing something, no matter how small. Tip number 4, focus on outcomes and not measurements. So if you're working out, don't focus on how many calories you're burning or how many steps you took or how many miles you ran or whatever. Focus on after you've had the workout. How do you feel? How does your mind feel? How does your body feel? How does your spirit feel? How does your day go after you've had a workout and you've been doing it every day for a week, just a little bit? Have you noticed anything about how much better your day goes when you do engage in this habit? Don't count calories. Don't count carbs. Don't count macros. These things are not inspiring, and this is part of why we're having to make ourselves engage in these habits, is because we're giving them numerical value and we're quantifying them rather than seeing how these habits make us feel. So don't focus on the measurements, just focus on the outcomes and how you feel. Tip number 6, watch your language. Watch what you're saying to yourself. Stop saying that you have to, or that you need to, or that you're supposed to, or that you should. You don't have to do anything. You are choosing to engage in these habits because they make you feel good. They make your day go better. I don't have to work out. I choose to work out because I know what happens when I don't. Mama knows that the next day she needs to be back on that Peloton, or else, everyone's gonna suffer. But seriously, you don't have to do anything. Change your language, change how you see things and how you say things, and that will go such a long way to helping you stick with that habit if it's not something that someone's outside is forcing you to do. It's you're choosing actively to do it. Tip number 7, visualize your highest self. You don't just want to engage in these habits so that you can lose weight. You want to lose weight so that you can live a full, vibrant life where you are able to be active and engaged and joyful. So your highest self is not just thin. Your highest self is enthusiastic and excited about her life. Her skin is glowing. Her hair is shining. Visualize that person that you want to become, not just a thinner version of you, because that highest self that you visualize will motivate you so much more to engage in the habits for the right reason rather than just to lose weight. So get as much detail as you possibly can. Think about exactly what you look like, how you feel, what you're doing in your life. Get a very clear visual of the best version of yourself, and every single day focus on that and really get a clear picture to let that motivate you to do the right things and make the right choices. Tip number 8 is to reward yourself. And we talk about this all the time, but it's really just simple. Once you reach a milestone, or you've successfully changed a habit or adopted a habit into your lifestyle, give yourself a reward. It's very simple. Keep a list of rewards nearby, and every time you do something that you're proud of, go ahead and give yourself a reward because you deserve to feel good. We just make health so much harder than it needs to be. We're making it into this thing that we're supposed to do and check off a to-do list, and it's really not. Health is not something to do. Health is something that you are. And if you change your mindset and start seeing it this way, it makes it so much easier to do the things that bring health into your life. So I hope you'll use these 8 tips and get started changing your health to-do list into making those things a part of your life. If you haven't already, head over to my website and sign up for my weekly newsletter so you can get more tips, inspiration, and motivation on your weight loss journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you here next time on Love to Lose.